Heyo everyone, Hexi here. And today I'm gonna tell you about an arcade game known as Soul Divide, and later as Soul Divide, the Sword of Darkness, because it would later come out on the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn, as well as a few modern systems. The game is made by Psycho, which is probably a play on words for the Psy for psychic, and the Japanese word Saikyo, which means strongest or the best. They made a lot of other shooter games that I really enjoy that I'll probably present on this channel at some point. The game is a mix of side-scrolling shoot-'em-up and hack-and-slash RPG adventure game, especially on the PlayStation and Sega Saturn versions because they added in RPG mechanics where you could level up your characters and buy better equipment. In the arcade, the most you could get were life power-ups that increased your maximum HP. And you can press one of three buttons. There's a long-range attack button, a short-range attack button, and a button to cycle through your magic spells. And you press both the long and short-range attack button to cast those. There are three selectable characters that you can choose from. There's an angel man with a spear, and there's a traditional warrior guy with sword who's better at melee attacks, and then there's a wizard woman. She's better at magical attacks. Each character has one spell that is specifically for them, and none of the other characters can use. Like I said, the warrior guy is better at hitting enemies up close, and the wizard woman's better at staying at range. The angel guy is probably a balanced in-betweener, but I can't really say if he's balanced one way or the other. The most annoying thing about the gameplay is that you have a rather large character sprite, and it's a little hard to tell where the hitbox is. Especially considering there's no, focus mode like you would get in other shoot-'em-ups. So, it makes it a little bit hard to squeeze in between the bullets like you would in a traditional shooter. The levels are pretty short. You just fight some guys, and then there's usually a boss fight at the end. And it feels like you only go a little ways, and then you're at the end already. So, the levels could stand to be longer, but considering that it was in arcades, it was probably just meant to last a half hour at the most. Now there's a bit of a story going on in the background, something about an invasion of the forces of Satan, but it's not really consequential to the gameplay, and I tend to overlook those sorts of things whenever I'm in the action. Well, that's all I can think to say about this game for now. You'll just have to tune in whenever I eventually cover the PlayStation and Sega Saturn versions. That's all I've got time for this week. Ciao for now, and Hexi out. Thanks go out to my Patreon supporters. Your donations mean the world to me, and I thank you for supporting my future endeavors.